Hey guys! So today I'm going to be talking to you about an item that I find essential to my household organization and decor. If you didn't know already, it's mason jars. And you're probably like, why mason jars? And I just think that they are an incredibly awesome way to organize and decorate. They're really multifaceted and you can do a lot with them for inexpensive. So today I'm going to tell you about all the great ways that I utilize mason jars in my apartment. I'm also going to be showing you how to do 4 amazing DIYs with mason jars that are cute, easy, fun, and functional. I'm going to be teaching you how to make a really easy sugar dispenser for your morning coffee, a little ring cup that can sit next to a sink in your kitchen or bathroom or even at your bedside. I'm going to show you how to make chalkboard lids for your mason jars to help you keep office supplies and general household clutter really under control and organized. And last but not least, we are going to be making a really cute Valentine's Day decoration and or gift for a friend. And it's super cute and easy, so I know you guys will love it. So I'm going to start by talking to you guys just real quickly about ways that I use mason jars in my apartment already. There are probably 2 main ways that I use mason jars. And the first way is to organize, and the second way is to decorate. You'll find mason jars organizing a lot of things around my house. In the kitchen, there is a mason jar with straws in it because I use reusable straws. I also have a mason jar that we keep our frequently used pens and dry erase markers in so that they're easily accessible. If you walk on over into the bathroom, we use mason jars for a lot of things. Mason jars are really useful to store eyeliners if you have a lot of those, and also makeup brushes. I have a mason jar with my face brushes in it and a mason jar with my eye brushes in it. Kendall and I also keep our toothbrushes in a mason jar by the side of our sink. A really cool way to use mason jars to decorate is to make them into vases. So I have a mason jar that's in my living room that I just glitter blast spray painted, and I use that as a vase in my apartment, and I really love how that looks. I've also seen really cool pictures online of mason jars that have been painted any color to match a room's decor, or gold or silver. Metallics look really cool. I also like to take extra mason jars that I'm not currently using for other things and fill them with dragon tears and kind of put them around the apartment as just a decorative touch. I just kind of like how that looks. Along those lines, I also have a mason jar filled with dragon tears that we're currently using as a doorstop in our bathroom. It works really well for that. So now that I've told you guys about some of the more typical organizational and decorative ways that I use mason jars, I want to get right into the 4 really fun and easy DIY projects. So let's get started. For this project, you're going to need 1 mason jar, some foam applicator brushes, some chalk, and some chalkboard paint, all of which can be found at Target. You'll start by using one of the foam brushes to paint the chalkboard paint onto just the inner lid of your mason jar. This can be a pretty thick coat. Then set it aside for at least an hour and come back to paint another layer. You'll want to repeat this process of adding coats of paint until you have at least 3 or 4 coats. Make sure the last coat you do is as smooth as possible, but don't worry too much about the edges since they won't be seen from the outside of the mason jar. Then, let it dry for at least 24 hours before you write on it with chalk. Once you've done that, you can write whatever you want on the lids and erase and rewrite things when necessary. The next step is to fill your mason jars with all of those little knick-knacky items that get your house and desk cluttered. And you're done. You can keep these wherever you want help organizing. For this project, you're going to need the lid of a mason jar, some rhinestones like these from Hobby Lobby, and a hot glue gun. You'll want to start by plugging in and heating up your hot glue gun. Next, you'll turn the lid of the mason jar upside down and place the inside of the mason jar right side up inside it. Figure out which rhinestones look best on the size of mason jar that you got and go ahead and collect as many of those as possible. Then it's as easy as hot gluing these sparkly little rhinestones to the entire rim of the lid of the mason jar. These ring cups are a really cute way to keep hair ties and hair clips organized, and also to keep rings and earrings from falling in the sink. For this DIY, you're going to need a mason jar, an empty salt container, scissors, a pencil, whatever color of paint you want, and a Sharpie pen. We'll start by putting the lid of the mason jar onto the top of the salt container and tracing a circle around the dispenser and cutting it out. Next, you can use whatever color paint you want. I chose a dark charcoal mixed with a fun metallic silver. And you can mix your colors and really get creative and paint the top of the sugar container. After your lid has dried, you can take any marker. I'm using a Sharpie paint pen and write sugar onto your lid. It is that easy. You are done, and now you have a super convenient sugar dispenser to go next to your coffee maker. To make this super cute gift, you are going to need a mason jar, also some fun Valentine's scrapbooking stickers, and Valentine's paper. 12 by 12 works really well for this. Also, Valentine colored paper twine and craft glue. I got these things at Target. You're also going to want Valentine's candy like sweethearts or M&Ms, and scissors, and Mod Podge. We'll start by taking the patterned paper that we want to be the lid of our gift and tracing the lid of the mason jar to make a circle that we can then cut out and insert into the lid of the mason jar. I'm also adding a cute February 14th sticker that just happened to be round, but you can really get creative with these gifts. Next, choose the paper that you want to wrap around the body of your mason jar. 12 by 12 scrapbook paper works well for this. The size of your strip will vary a lot depending on your creative vision and the mason jar you're using. But for a half-pint mason jar like I'm using, I made a strip that was about 12 inches long and a little over 2 inches tall. Since I'm using smaller scrapbooking paper, I just glued the two smaller strips together. Decorate the body of the mason jar however you see fit. I'm using a little sweetheart sticker and I'm going to put sweetheart candy inside, but you can do whatever you want here. Once you have filled your jar with your Valentine's candy, we are going to take the paper twine and get about 2 arms length and cut that off. I wrapped the paper twine around my mason jar to make a cute little bow, and you can really kind of mold it to get it to look the way that you want it to. Next, you'll be taking that Mod Podge that I almost left out before and putting a nice thick coat of that over the body of the mason jar. After the first coat is dry, it helps to start to mold the body of the jar into a more circular shape. Then you can go in for a second and third coat to make sure that your Valentine is really going to stay put. Now I am painting on a third coat of Mod Podge in the opposite direction to make sure everything really stays in place. If you're giving this Valentine as a gift, you should write on the inside of this little paper and then paper clip it into place before putting it onto your jar. If you're going to be using it as a decoration, then you can glue it. And that is it! It is that easy! That is it for this mason jar video. I really hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that I was able to give you some great ideas on ways that you can use mason jars to organize and to decorate in your own home. If you liked this type of video, then let me know in the comments below, because I have an endless list of ideas of things that can be done with mason jars and other fun crafty projects. So let me know if you liked that kind of thing, and I will talk to you guys next time. Love you. Bye.